Hey, what's up guys? British Car Fan here. So in this video, I'll be going over some more updates about the TR5. So, yeah, anyways, let's get into it. So the first things first that we did to the TR5 was put on its original grille. So if you guys don't know from the last video when I showed off the TR5 for the very first time, this was the grille that was on the car that you guys saw on that video. And this is actually a TR4 grill. This is not a TR5 grill. So we're gonna be selling that, probably. Not sure what we're gonna do with that. But yeah, we got the original on here. One of my grandfather's friends actually had this laying around, and he got it from him. So yeah, it actually looks really nice. And the main difference between a TR5 grill and a TR4 grill is they don't have that little circular part through it, because on the TR4, this was used for like, this crank hole was used for tuning. But if you guys don't know, that the TR4 and the TR5 look very alike. And this was just left over from spare parts from the TR4. So most of these Triumphs were built by spare parts that they had laying around from previous models, etc. And that's where that came into play. But yeah, so the main difference is that little hole thing, and also, if you don't know, there's also black paint on this grill. And if you take a look at the TR4 grill, it doesn't have any black paint because it's just all chrome, basically. It's all chrome painted. But I like the look of this one better. I'm not much of a fan of it being all chrome. But yeah, this actually looks a lot better. And we got one part done there of restoration. But just now I actually finished up wiping down the car again. It was actually sitting in a auto mechanic shop. One of the guys that's a part of the British Car Club, he has a little workshop area, and this car was sitting there all week because there was a couple things that my grandfather wanted to get addressed and get fixed and replaced. So one of those things are the shock absorbers. I'm pretty sure that's the front or rear shock absorber. I can't remember which ones they are, but some of them needed to be replaced, so that got issued. And also the ignition switch. We actually got moved to the center of the dash, and I think I told you about that in the previous video, that the ignition switch was underneath the dash. And that ignition switch is over here. I'll show it to you guys. That ignition switch belongs to a 1970 through 1976 TR6, and this is what the ignition would look like on a 1970 through 76 TR6. This would be mounted underneath the steering wheel, and I'm not sure why Triumph created this. It's kind of useless, where they could just have the ignition right on the dash, right behind the gear shifter. But I don't get the point of this, and it looks ugly, in my opinion, and it's just pointless. So we got that taken out and put it right in the right spot. And also, this piece here, this is original to the TR5. The TR6 also has the same thing in the TR4 and TR250. I'm pretty sure they all have the same part. But the original ignition would have been right here. But apparently the old owner of this car drilled a much bigger hole and put a cigarette lighter right there. And when my grandfather got the part of the original ignition switch, the hole was too big, so he had to buy a replacement part. And that's this part over here, if I can show it to you guys. It's right here. So he had to get this replaced. And yeah, this is what it looks like. It's the same ignition switch that would be in a TR6. But yeah, you got all your gauges here. You got the radiator, you got the choke, fan. I'm pretty sure. This is the heat. Sorry, this is the heat. That's the fan, and I'm not sure what that does. I don't know. Might need to ask my grandfather again. But yeah, I mean, you can easily tell that the TR5 and TR6 are basically like brother and sister almost, or even like cousins, because they literally share the same parts. Like the door, for an example. The rims are pretty much the same. What else? The windshield and the rear window as well for the coupe model. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Just a couple, you know, here and there updates. Oh, and also another thing I should point out, the exhaust pipe was moved over a little bit because it was rattling, and that got tightened up, so that also got replaced. But yeah, those are just, you know, just some small little updates here and there, that, should be addressed, and, you know, because my grandfather wants the car to, you know, look as original as possible, and it actually looks better when stuff is all original. But yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna take these off. I actually like these on here, the burl wood parts, or the trim. It actually looks really good. But yeah, anyways, that's it for today's video. There will be a Cars and Coffee tomorrow, and I will be uploading a video. I'm not sure when I'll upload it. But yes, there's a Cars and Coffee tomorrow, and also the whole Richmond Jaguar Club is supposed to be there. So hopefully I get to do more startups for my channel, because I would really love to do that. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave our comments down below. And I'll see you guys on the next video, which will probably be tomorrow. Stay safe, guys.